Hi everybody, thanks for all your comments on our previous video. I know it was very long, but we wanted to try things out and we learned a lot, and appreciate your feedback. We've got some ideas for next time we do one of them, but for now we're continuing our journey down the Shropshire Union. We've come out of the wonderful Woodseaves Cutting and we'll continue down through Market Drayton on our way nearly to Cox Bank. Not quite. That's for next time, and at the end of this video I'll tell you why. But for now, we hope you enjoy this, where myself and Bernadette, we have quite a few conversations. Hope you enjoy it. As we've come out of Woodseaves Cutting, we're coming to Turley, or Turley Wharf and Turley Locks. Some really nice properties here. Quite historic as well. They certainly suit this little environment round here. Quite remote and very, very quiet. Turley locks, always better to get these out the way, get them done early, because if it gets busy it can certainly cause problems around here with all the bywashes and all the rocks at the side for mooring. So we just like to get them done and then the day is ours. We have had a couple of nice days moored up at Market Drayton, and lucky enough it wasn't that busy, which was a big surprise, and we managed to get some lovely moorings further back than normal, before Bridge 62, after Turley Locks. Yeah, we did well. Anyway, I'm not going to say anything about that gun turret on the left hand side, because every man and his dog's talked about that. But they were quite popular at one time on the canals, because they thought the canals were going to be one of the places what were invaded. You know, or not invaded, bombed. That didn't happen as much as expected, but preparations were in place. It's becoming extremely windy today, so it'll certainly give our microphones a test to see how they do perform in very windy weather. I think we might just hear a little bit. That's what I think, but I don't know till we do the editing. But it is blowing a little bit of a hoolie at the moment. In a short while on this little cruise back to Cox Bank, I'll tell you a little bit about the decline of the Shropshire Union. You know, everybody says about how it all built up and that, but I'll give you a few facts what not many people know about, and we'll do that shortly. Now, Bernadette.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you a few facts.
Oh,
Nothing's rehearsed, and I just want to. You tell me honestly if you know about these facts. What I'm going to say.
Oh, okay, shock me. Just let me have a slurp of my coffee.
Yes.
Right.
Did you know that from Nantwich to Otherley, this canal was nearly drained and turned into a railway line?
No, I didn't.
Well, that's what was going to happen at one point. Not from Nantwich down to Ellesmere Port, because they wanted to use
They
that
could use
route.
the wide boats there, couldn't
but they also could use the route from the Potteries to deliver to Ellesmere Port.
Using the Middlewich branch.
Yes. So this very nearly became a railway, and it wouldn't have existed for us to enjoy ourselves like we do.
Yeah. Was that when the railway company was in charge of?
Yes.
The Shropshire.
There was two railway companies.
The Liverpool and Birmingham Junction Canal.
But I won't say it now, but I'll tell you another little surprising thing.
Oh, I can't wait.
I know. Everybody's like this, you see, they're all eager.
Can you tell me secretly?
No, I'll... it's no rehearsals.
Okay.
I'll just tell you it genuinely.
Do we ever rehearse, Keith?
We never rehearse, no. All natural.
Au naturel.
Yes. And that's how you, like we always say, get that narrowboat feeling.
That's a nice cup of coffee.
Now, Bernadette, do you want another unusual fact?
Yeah, I suppose so. Go on.
Does 1921 mean anything to you?
Not particularly.
Does William Whittam mean anything to you?
I have heard the name.
I think you
but
might
I'm not
have heard
sure
the name.
who he is.
Right. In August 1921, William Whittam was the general manager of the Shropshire Union Canal.
Right.
And he released a statement saying from August, I think it's middle August it was, 1921, the Shropshire Canal will stop carrying any cargo. It will be shutting down.
Ooh.
And that's in 1921.
And then what happened then?
But why do you think that happened?
I don't know.
Well, it's another bit. The 1916 to 18 war, the government took over the Shropshire Union Canal.
Right.
Right. And no money was really made during that period. But once the war was over, it was passed back into ownership. But they had no money, and they couldn't do anything about it. So that's why, because they'd got no money and they were heavily in debt, that's why they closed it. Because they said during the war the use of lorries had become very popular and people were using them more than what they were using the canals. So
for speed.
Yeah, so it became almost a loss-making thing. But, and this, bear in mind, this is 1921. William Whittam said the only way that this canal will ever make money in the future is for leisure boaters or continuous cruisers.
So
they
we've
weren't
got to
called
thank him then.
boaters. No, listen what he said. Boaters in general, they would use this canal for leisure but pay a toll for certain stretches. So they get the money that way. Now, that was 1921. British waterways and that didn't exist. I suppose now the toll for us is our
it's
licence.
a licence fee.
But
yeah,
do you not think that's amazing?
Yeah, I do. I do. So far back.
So far
it's really
back,
interesting,
yes.
that. Do you know, there's one thing I can guarantee, Keith, every day.
Go on.
You give me an interesting fact.
Oh, I've not finished yet, but I'll tell you some more later.
Can I get down off my tippy toes now?
You can get off your tippy toes, yes.
So this is me on tippy toes and this is me gone.
Right, some more facts for you, Bernadette.
Right, go on. Go on.
The canal was closed, but it didn't remain closed. In fact, it had a little bit of resurgence. But this was thanks to a very, very popular company. And you see their boats, even now around the network, what people have the name on the side.
Go on.
You should know, and think of all the industrial boats what used to take cargoes, and you see them.
Fellows Morton and Clegg.
There you are. Exactly. Now, what they did, their powers that be, should we say,
yeah,
had a trip from Otherley to Ellesmere Port to see if it was feasible to run their famous boats with cargoes down to Ellesmere Port from the Birmingham area.
Right.
And they decided it was. So in 1923 they started to have their boats running here, and they, in its heyday, it was just over 500,000 tonnes a year was carried on this canal. When they came back, when every other canal was in decline, or a lot of canals were in decline,
yes,
they managed to get nearly 500,000 tonnes, nearly
right,
500,000 tonnes per year coming on this canal. So it started to make money again.
Right.
Now that lasted quite a while, from 1923 until 1929.
And what happened then in 1929?
Well, the decline started because obviously transport was improving in other ways as well. So it was all coming to a natural slowdown again, and
right,
monies weren't being made, and it was a struggle. And for the next, the next quite a few years, 8 years, traffic continually ceased. You know, it went less and less, and less and less money was made on this canal. But then the war come again, the Second World War, and what did it do? Went back to the government,
right,
and the government took over again, and they had responsibility for it. So there was only one outcome when that war finished. It was the real demise of the canals.
Right.
This still had cargoes taken, but nothing on the level as what it used to be. That Second World War certainly started to see the biggest decline on the Shropshire Union. So there's another little bit for you.
Very interesting. Isn't it lovely to know some of these historical facts as you're going along this stretch? And if you suddenly turned this view into sepia view, black and white, you could be there then.
Yes, yes.
Because nothing very much has changed. Except maybe the trees have grown up a little bit.
Yes, but it's very true. It remains like it was the canal. It certainly does.
Yeah, it does.
Perhaps
maybe a little bit more silt.
And a bit more pilings on the side than what there used to be. There certainly wasn't pilings all them years ago.
Well, there wasn't when we started boating,
No,
Keith.
there wasn't.
If you remember, we used to have to get the gangplank out quite often and tiptoe down onto the bank.
We certainly did.
Shropshire Union Canal Society's done a lot for this canal, though, and for the Monty, haven't they? I'm glad we're members of that.
Yes, yes, so am I. They're doing a good job.
Keep supporting the Shropshire Union Canal Society.
Well, that was a lovely little trip. Absolutely great. We really enjoyed ourselves. Now, why didn't we continue down the locks? It's because a problem further up on the Shropshire Union allowed us to have the easiest cruise ever down the Orland flight. You'll understand why in the next one. But for now, we're done. As usual, from us, if you want to, you can subscribe, like, share, comment. But most importantly, we want you to enjoy our videos. So that's it. Another one done, and we'll see you next time. Ta-ra!